in the bottom left starting location, we have a GSL Royal Rotor. He is
Special Grandmaster StarCraft Live.
A special Grandmaster.
Special Grandmaster. All right, and his opponent over here in the bottom right, a GSL finalist. He is
Master LGIM KangHo.
What's up, Artie?
Well, you know, I'm just waiting to see what types of builds they do, so I'm staring at that production tab. Now I'm staring at you, and now I'm staring at the production tab.
Yeah, ZVZ is really all about that production tab.
Mm-hmm.
And after a little bit, stuff could start to pick up. Until then, we just kind of have to wait and see what they're going to set up here.
Mm-hmm. Both going for the extractor trick. Pretty standard overall. Newkirk Precinct, definitely a map that we can end up seeing Swarm Host play on.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
divided in half so simply, and you know, if you do go Roach Hydra and your opponent's going Roach Hydra, you're eventually probably going to go into those Swarm Hosts.
All right.
And then possibly into Broodlords as well, and then we just have a free unit fest.
That's true. It's a free unit for all.
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can open up in ZVZ, but they'll oftentimes bring you back to the same location.
Mm-hmm.
It's a funky matchup like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, you do have to give a slight edge as far as build orders go to KangHo, but it's not so much that life can't just overcome it.
All right, we have a spawning pool here on the way now. So, Artosis.
Yes.
Let's talk more about video games, man.
That's
we've had a lot of downtime today.
Yeah,
so
we've had
actually
more than
almost record-breaking downtime today.
Yeah,
so.
it's been pretty hard.
By the way, guys in the studio, thank you for coming down.
That's right.
We appreciate it.
Welcome. Nice little audience here.
Tell your friends. If you guys are watching, you're in Seoul, Korea, you can actually come down to our studio and check us out live here. We're on the main stage, which I'm still not quite used to yet, actually.
No.
You know, a lot of people don't really realize this. You know, with different types of TV shows, there's actually vastly different types of production. Like, Artosis and I, actually, our specialty is really to be in a small studio where nobody can really see us. Now, we've done a lot of hosting overseas, but now we're doing hosting in a studio in front of people, so it's kind of a cool experience.
Indeed. Well, neither player really mining any gas quite yet.
No.
And again, as you said, Tastes, they're probably going to end up at a pretty similar place. But there's a possibility KangHo will really delay gas. He is a Zerg that likes to be mineral heavy quite a bit. He really likes his queens. So we might see him go for that, but we'll just have to keep an eye on when exactly he's going to grab his extractors.
Yeah, exactly. We got a few links coming in over here to scout, maybe try to get a drone or two. Mm-hmm. We'll see if they do. Yeah,
I doubt that they'll actually kill a drone. That would be kind of surprising and quite a mistake.
Nice control here by Life, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Not quite. Yeah, that should not have died. So it was actually quite surprising that he almost got it.
I know, right? Mm-hmm. So, here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if you really want to learn about anything, there's pretty much always a guide or a book you can read about that topic matter.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about this, and I don't want to bring it up after the show because I might forget. One of my awesome ideas might fade away forever. Here's the question. Is there a guide or a book to how to get really good at Tetris? Tetris has been around forever. It's been around for so long. There has to be like some way that people can actually like break down and deduce exactly where the pieces have to go. There's only so many pieces in Tetris.
The game is so old. Like, did you know that Tetris was first originally played by cavemen with mammoth bones?
I had no idea, but it makes sense.
Yes.
Explains those Tetris block drawings on the walls.
Yeah. And then there's one where it went above the top of the cave and UG is written next to it.
Yeah, man.
All right, so KangHo has gone for the very mineral-heavy style, grabbing a couple Evos, so he's probably just going to go into his pretty normal for him Roach-type play. Whereas we do have speed almost done and a Baneling Nest on the way for Life.
Now, you guys got to remember, ZVZ is a very volatile matchup. It's one of these matchups where everything can just fall apart very quickly. One Baneling connects and gets a bunch of lings. I mean, That's bad.
Now, this is a really good read by Life, I would say, Tasteless. KangHo's playing his quite queen-heavy style, as we see here, but this is about the quickest third that you're likely to see, right? The layer is not even on the way.
Right,
he doesn't
right.
have a Roach Horn. He's just chilling on speedlings. And the thing is, KangHo has started his upgrades, but he's just now started a Roach Horn. He doesn't even have Zergling speed. There's no way for him to stop this third base. There's simply no way.
Yeah.
So I really do like the play by Life.
Super smart, yeah.
Yeah, really good. Well, we'll have
And,
to...
if he gets that third base up and running and starts to mine from that, this is going to be a big problem here. Whoa, what is that drone doing there? That was actually very weird.
Yeah, I wonder what his plan was with that. But there is a Roach Horn on the way for Life, and I think, once again, this is a perfect choice, too. Speedling's going to run in the main base, check out everything. He's going to see exactly what he expects.
Yeah.
But here, let me talk about this for a second.
You got 2 drones already.
I'm loving how Life is playing, right? He skipped some of the extra mineral heavy economy that KangHo did, got his speed out. This is going to keep KangHo a little bit busy, and it's going to make him mass up quite a few units before attacking. So he takes his third base really quickly and then gets slightly slower upgrades and a slightly slower Roach Horn. He's going to have a better economy, though, so he should have enough Roaches at all times to defend.
Yeah.
Everything's a little bit slower, but he's going to be on the defense with a bigger economy. This is a perfect scenario for Life.
Yeah, Life is setting this up beautifully. You know, okay, so I'm already going to call this. I do think Life's going to win this.
Yeah.
I thought so beforehand. I'm looking at this now, and I'm saying, okay, he's already kind of in a lead. What, do you think that Life or Jungbi, who wins?
I think that's a great match.
That's a tough one to call, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to think about it a little bit more. But you know what? Right now, 62 drones of 47. And the Roach count is actually in the lead for Life. His upgrades are just slightly slower. Life is killing right now. He's playing so well. He's getting ahead in every single way.
Yeah.
His upgrades are going to catch up and everything, and that's going to be... I mean, what do you do is...
Life is actually slowly burying Lucera simply with the order in which he's executing his build.
Well, his build is so smart, he's playing reactively against this very stylistic way that KangHo is playing. And that's the thing about stylistic ways that people play, is if you're stylistic, that's great, and it's good for you, and you're going to feel good doing it, and people are going to like you because you have your own style. But there's a reason why not everyone plays like that.
Exactly.
And it's because there are ways to disarm it, and Life is doing that right now.
Yep.
So he's just non-stop on his roaches. He's had more drones longer. He's got 28 roaches against 12, and he's still got a drone lead. And he's been mining for longer. Look at the supply. This is he's so far ahead.
Yeah.
It's funny
it's
how
incredible.
far ahead he is.
It actually is incredible. I think 34 roaches to 19 now. I think he just goes there and kills him. I don't think this is... Guys, I think StarCraft is a beautiful and complex game, but this game right here, the loss for KangHo is actually going to be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and he's actually getting an infestation pit, which is the last thing he needs at this moment.
Yeah.
What he needs right now is more units.
All right. Well, insta-cancel there. Nice transfusions, by the way.
Yeah, very well done.
Hey,
But the concave is really quite fantastic for KangHo right now.
He's trying to push forward here. He does have these queens.
Now we are closer to the rally of KangHo, so Life still has to be careful about this. The roach count is getting much closer, and he still has queens.
Actually goes back to that really nice transfuse on the spine crawler.
Yeah, very, very well done there. See, now that was the defender's advantage that KangHo had, having those queens that built up energy for so long. So now he can actually start his infestation pit upgrades to get the pathogen glands out and get ahead on the tech route. But still, as far as like their supplies and what they have, it's very, very close right now.
All right, so we have KangHo now chasing back Life. That's so funny because had he actually managed to get that spine crawler killed right away, that battle could look very different. But that was all those roach volleys, 2 of them in a row.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that were working out for KangHo in that battle, for sure.
Yep.
And the concave as well is definitely something you have to take into consideration that Life ran into. Life understood that he had more units, but just the defensive angle was just much better here for KangHo.
Overlord coming in here now, or Overseer I should say, will be picked off. And it looks like Life might be going in here for round number 2. No, he backs up for a second. Supplies actually almost exactly even right now. 176 to 182.
Yeah, their upgrades are going to finish at about the same time for that 2-2. We do have the infestors a bit quicker here for KangHo, but pathogen glands is on the way, so we definitely will see Life get some as well.
And it looks like now the infestors are finally out here. They're going to park up nearby where the roaches are. He's doing a great job, by the way, here, pushing out these overlords here. Also, nice job spreading the creep.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching creep spread in a roach versus roach type of way, because you kind of want creep spread, but it's, the speed is obviously nice, especially when you have the queens there with your army as well.
Yeah.
But the vision is a very powerful part of that. Now I like this move, Tasteless. He does catch all these roaches, but that fourth base is slowed down.
Killed.
Yeah.
That was not even canceled, correct?
Oh, wow. I didn't actually
I believe
catch
that was actually not canceled. So we have this one roach coming in here, and that will be taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Both players almost maxed out now, and this is the point in time where you start to make a lot of spine crawlers here.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, as the spine crawlers come up, we are probably going to see both of these players go into swarm host play. That's going to be my guess. With these upgrades already out, but they've got to actually poke and prod a little bit first. They're both maxed out. And here we go. KangHo moving forward. Kind of a whiff fungal, not the best fungal.
Yeah, unfortunately for Life, definitely not the best fungal. Oh, he's gonna get a snipe!
Ooh, and that's a pretty good fungal right there. And in fact, his spine crawler is dealing a lot of damage here, but good fungal by Lucira as well. And KangHo losing about 20 supply in no time at all.
These infestors have nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And he's actually trapping quite a few of them. Nice fungal going on.
Beautiful fungal there.
And Life is definitely gaining some advantages right now, but KangHo is producing a lot of roaches at home, so it's not like he's going to die.
He's sending these 3 roaches over here to try to get some of the army out of position here. I'll put those in the main, and then potentially attack the front. We'll have to see.
And don't forget, we actually had Life grab Burrow, so he can go ahead and, well, simply... Oh, wait, actually, that was KangHo that got Burrow. I'm sorry. But, no, that would have been useful in the main base. Anyways, we do have the Hydralisk Den coming down for Startail Life. And a lot of juking and jiving going on right now.
Yeah.
But again, as they get those Hydras out and they get up to these armies that they realize they can't really kill each other with, because whoever attacks into the concave, we're going to have to see more tech.
Swarm hosts are going to be the way to go.
I think so.
Swarm host, this is like this swarm host map, basically.
I would agree with that wholeheartedly.
All right.
In fact, I will agree with that wholeheartedly.
Okay,
You're
right. So we got Life now in a very defensive posture. It looks like KangHo has the opportunity now to move out on the map. We'll see how effective his attack will be, though.
We do have a couple roaches just running by at that fourth. Ooh, that was a pretty good one.
So good.
Looks like he's just using it for damage at the moment as opposed to holding units still.
He's got fungal on those infestors, though.
Yeah, that is very nice. Looks like he's going to get quite a few infestor kills, and that is painful. Life right now, though, has way more supply, and we're closer to his base, so his rallies are quicker. KangHo has to be very careful about that.
All right, he's actually going to wipe out pretty much all of this army right now. We do have another attack over here. KangHo trying to do some damage over there to those drones. Meanwhile, a counterattack now en route as Life is now regrouping his roaches and headed towards the third base here for KangHo.
Well, he does have a lot more roaches on the way. KangHo not really committing to any Hydras at all, right? He's just staying on Roach and some Infestors, whereas Life is getting ready to switch into Hydras a little bit, but he's keeping up his macro, and in fact, as you can see, he's up by 18 supply right now, which makes a big deal.
All right, the roaches are now coming here, and actually the concave here for Life is incredible. The real question is, will KangHo be able to reinforce fast enough to stall this out? And I think the answer is going to be no.
Yeah, we definitely do have a Roach lead right now, but again, we're close to the hatcheries of KangHo, so he has a chance to hold this off. Another thing I do want to point out is that KangHo actually has like 15 more drones, which means 15 more army supply for Life when he's maxed.
All right, and it looks like he's barely going to chase Life out now. Also note that Life's base over here in the upper left has been taking damage from those roaches, only just now saved.
Now this is kind of a crazy game. KangHo has the better economy. Life is actually starting to falter a little bit.
Yep.
And I do have to say I also like the creep spread, how it actually goes up into that fourth base for KangHo. That's going to allow him to defend a lot easier. So, I'm actually not sure who's going to end up winning this. I think that Life, he does have like way less supply at this moment, but he's getting into his Hydras a bit more and focusing a little bit more on these Infestors. So if he stays turtly, he has a chance to come back here.
All right, the roaches are hitting hard now. And it looks like KangHo going to start pushing forward here. Now, note that this base that we just had a shot of, life space, has not really been operational, whereas KangHo's has been doing pretty fine for a while now.
Well, here we go. An attack does come down from KangHo. He's throwing down a lot of infested Terrans as well. Not a lot of supply here for Life, and in fact, more roaches coming in. I think Life is going to be our first player eliminated, Tasteless.
Unbelievable. KangHo now tearing through. Despite our Toast and I both being fairly convinced that he was in great shape early on, KangHo's managed to engineer a comeback. Life overextending at certain moments.
Yeah.
This looks like it's cost him not just this game, but his opportunity to move on to the round of 16.
That is pretty painful. Got in last place, man. You fall pretty far, and look at that. He's healing up, waiting for reinforcements.
So smart.
Yeah, he's not taking any chances here, Tasteless.
Yep.
And this is actually just going to guarantee his victory, the fact that he's letting his stuff heal for a moment. Life is trying to run by with 5 roaches. What are you going to do with those 5 roaches? You're 104 supply down. Roaches go home. Yeah, this is it, man. Life, I think, is just coming to terms with this.
I think we should just...
Life is just coming to terms with his death, Tasteless.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not much else to say. I mean, there's roaches just spilling in here, and that's going to be a GG.
Okay. So, KangHo, with that victory, a nice victory indeed. I think a lot of people probably didn't think he'd come out of this group, and he's not out yet, but he is a lot closer to than Life.
We are going to have the rematch now up against Jungbi. I don't know, though. KangHo beat Life, but can he beat Jungbi, who already destroyed him in the first game we casted here today?
I think that was a one-up strat that Lucira did, or KangHo.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do something like that again. I think we're going to see his macro-based play. And the last map is Whirlwind, so there's, it's a bigger map.
Point.
It's going to be a much harder map for Jongbi to actually get a kill on.
Life not happy with us right now, digesting his loss. He's going to come back, though. We'll see more Life in the future, but just not here in the Season 2 of the StarLeague.
That's right. Okay, well, you know what? As you said, Tasteless, Life actually opened up playing better than KangHo.
He did.
I am completely convinced that he opened up playing better, and then his attack was just like, I am so good, I'm going to kill you. But you can't really do that, right?
Well,
he attacked into a concave against static D, plus queens, plus quicker rallies.
Yeah.
And that got it into
he could have won that,
favor
but
enough.
He wasn't in the right condition when he had that engagement. We're going to take a short little break. When we come back, we're going to see who's going to be the final person in this group to move on to the round of 16. Stay tuned.